Happy birthday, hi Brian. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, you can move it back now. That's enough. Take it back to the room.
Happy. Where's Anikay? Anikay. Bob, the, I think,
Anyway, I haven't known Brian for so long, but since I met him because Helen's and Luisa, they have this household thing, we only got to spend time when we went to a function. We didn't have a very long conversation, but in these past few weeks and days, I just felt a bit of attachment to him. So, I'll say this again. I know we haven't known each other for so long, but I just feel honored to have met and known you.
What was?
I just felt you got a very big heart, man. You're
He
the best,
does.
one of the best persons I ever met. And
Thank you.
what can I say? Sorry, I have to apologize. I didn't bring any beer for us. So.
Thank you.
Right. Keep going, right? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Tita
just
Lina.
want to ask Brian, why is it that the other night when you were out point of light, that the only thing you remember is him? Couldn't even think about me. Him.
Okay, okay. Sister Gina.
Here I have a city.
Your turn, Sister Gina. Your, your turn, sister.
When we come and see you next, if you start feeling the bed being kicked, you know why.
All right.
That's our little family joke.
Yeah. Okay, who gonna the next one, Miss Sister Gina. A short friend. What is it?
We came to know Brian through Luisa. Luisa is my family, but she doesn't know me that I exist because I left our town when I was 17. So it was only through Father Julius, my nephew, that I came to know them.
Mhm.
So that was the start of our friendship. Not only me, but with the community. We were boarded and now we are free in the community. And the only thing that I could not remember, I could not forget is when he attended my 60th birthday.
Yeah.
Did you remember that, Brian?
We I'm sorry. We brought flowers. We went to the convent.
You and Luisa came with a bunch
Of flowers.
Can you remember that?
No.
No.
That was my 60th birthday.
Okay.
And from that time on, every time there were some celebration, if we have the time, they come and attend. And so with other friends, they also attend. And we have that kind of relationship. And then when we visited him last time in Westmead, I was wondering why he brought up giving some Easter eggs to the kids in the Philippines. You know where Father Julius, in the parish, where Father Julius is assigned. And he mentioned to give all the kids on Easter time a pack of Easter eggs. And then the second time that we visited him here, he said, can you put also a smiley face on its bag? And I told him, there is no problem. We can do that. We will have to tell Father to put each bag with a smiley face. So when you were telling the story about the Easter eggs, that Brian is boiling.
He's the Easter bunny.
So I said, that's the idea why he is thinking of the kids in the Philippines. Of course, the poor kids in the Philippines, little things will make them happy. And that is what he is thinking. Just to give kids in the Philippines to be happy at least once a year or Easter time. So I really admire his generosity and also his love for the poor and also his courage. We could see in him the courage that he has. When he was talking to us in the last time we had visited him in Westmead Hospital, the other sister was just listening, but then when we went home, he said, I really admire him for being so courageous and always thinking of others.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that we cannot forget with Brian.
Thank
Brian
you.
is a good man, and I think he lived a good life. And the life that he will be looking forward is the life that he lived here on earth.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. Tita Lina. You're next. Say something.
I have I have fun memories of Brian because he's always funny. Every time when we went to Canberra and he was the driver and Adele was with us and Luisa. We drove so fast and from the time we get on the car up to the time we left Canberra, I was holding.
The holy shit.
I cannot talk because he drove so fast and I'm holding my breath. So they were laughing. They were laughing. But that's the character of Brian. And he's very good. Every time I remember that one, we kept on laughing. Even Adele and Luisa to remember that thing. He drove so fast. He drove so fast. You have to hold on. And every time I get on his car, they said, oh, start holding now.
Buckle up.
But he's a very good man.
Tito. Okay. Thank you, Tita Lina. Tito Tom. You know what I'm saying? The host. The hostess.
Alright, it's my pleasure now to say something. So I met Brian through Luisa. We belong to a community called Handmaids of the Lord, so it's a group of women. And I think I first met him when Luisa opened their home for our prayer meeting. And he sat there, but he sat there, he became a passive participant to our prayer gathering. But I noted that day that he was such a lovely host the table was fully set in fine china. And I said, wow, who set this table? Was it you, Luisa? And she said, no, it was Brian. So I also have a fascination for fine china. And I'm like, that's interesting. And the chicken soup that I will never forget, I always associated them with the chicken soup. And from then on, we developed a bond. Whenever there's a gathering of the handmaids, for some reason, Brian, Tito Tom, and Boyet will always be around. So I said, we are the whole, handmaids of the Lord. Now we can also call you whole. What does that mean? What does that mean? The handsome of the Lord. I call them. So anyway, he's been very supportive of all our activities. He would Uber me sometimes. He would offer to take you home, he would pick you up or whatnot. And they're always there to. Of course, the handmaids of the Lord are a bunch of women, and there's hardly any men. But when they're there, either he drives, and Boy will be carrying the boxes or whatnot, all the odd jobs that we needed the men for. And I always said to Luisa that she's very blessed for having Brian, for treating them like this. He's always spoken about how much he loved Luisa and Ivan, and he's always shared his family. So I've sort of like I've already known you because we don't spend a lot of time, but those little times that we do have encounters, he would always share something about his family, about how he loved his nephews, his niece, especially the last few weeks. I went to see him in Westmead. We went to see him in Westmead. I brought him ham because last year I had the best compliments about my Christmas ham. And I said, next Christmas, I beg you, I'll bring you ham. I brought some to the hospital. Unfortunately, he said he couldn't eat it. He placed them on it. I said, oh, that's a shame. So, because by then he couldn't take in
Any solid.
anymore. And but the intention was there. And so yeah, we will hold those memories in our hearts, Brian, Boyet, and myself. I think you brought us our Australian side, so we can call ourselves Philippine Australians, because every time we're with you, we're sort of with the mic, and okay, Brian, the mic is bugger. Cheeky little bugger. We get into that sort of conversation, and it's always been interesting. We thank you for your friendship. I don't think you have to worry about Lisa and Ivan, and he always worried. He always worried that she does not have family, but look at this. She's her family, and there's other handmaids out there. Unfortunately, they didn't make it today, but we will miss you. But we will always have those fun memories of you. I think Canberra. I agree with Italy. I think Canberra was a national
Conference.
It was a national
Conference.
and he offered to drive the ladies while I caught the train because there was no room for me because they had to. So I said, all right, I'll take the train while you guys drive with Brian. So they did, and they had fun memories there, I believe. And I said, well, yeah, I just missed out on that one. So yes, we will miss you, Brian. Everybody loves you. And, yeah. Thank you for the friendship.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to thank all my family, key, cousins, etc., nephews. It's
Your wife. Only boy, right all the time.
That's not fair.
And the good thing is you can't get up and get it.
Yeah. Okay,
You don't have to go and get it.
I might just have one now.
Other than that, has prepared things on short notice and has done an extraordinary job. And I'd like to thank her very much because it means so much to me for someone to just jump into action like that at one moment. Helen, thank you very much.